chapter 3 and text number 38. Dhumena priyate vagner
Dhumena priyate vagner
Dhumena priyate vagner
Dhumena priyate vagner
Yatadarsho malena cha
Yatadarsho malena cha
Yatadarsho malena cha
Yatadarsho malena cha
Yatolbena vrto garbha Yatolbena vrto garbha Tata tene ramavrutam Tata tene ramavrutam. Translation. As fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as an embryo is covered by the womb, the living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of lust. There are 3 degrees of covering of the living entity by which his pure consciousness is obscured. This covering is but lust under different manifestation, like smoke in the fire, dust on the mirror, and the womb about the embryo. How many of you are from North India? Rajasthan.
Rajasthan, but born and brought in Ujjain.
So you understand Tamil? So only one person. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So all the others are from south. From Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka. Only 2 people. Tamil, Kerala, or majority. Okay. So this shloka will put you to sleep. This is like heavily philosophical shloka. I am sure you are all practicing or taking part in this satsanga for almost a year or definitely more than a year. How many of you have ever thought about another devotee? This person is calling himself devotee, and why is he behaving like this? How many of you have come across this thought? Bhaktarnu sollitu suttittu irukkaru. Still, why he is behaving like this? Only 2 people have got this thought. Okay. Only half. So then we don't need this shloka here. Many times we are in an illusion, in Maya, thinking that after listening to this class, please don't stop coming for satsang. Okay? Today it will be a discouraging class. Because we are all in illusion thinking, the moment we attend satsang, immediately overnight we will have another 2 hands, total 4 hands. And someone is in illusion that they will develop some angelical wings or yellow halo around their head. Then they will walk floating up in the sky and talk like Buddha, and they behave very soft, sweet and things like that. That is the expectation. And reality is completely opposite. Even after chanting 16 rounds for so many years, some devotees, even after taking Diksha, they still behave like Asura. Right? So the same doubt, a follower of Jesus, at the same time a student of Buddha, they all had this doubt. Our spiritual teacher, Jesus Christ or Buddha, is teaching the same thing to everyone, but some people progress very fast. They leave meat eating, they leave smoking, they leave alcohol, they leave bad habits, they speak very politely, sweetly, they control their anger, they're super good. They progress so fast. And some people are chanting for 10 years, rolling the beads, and still they are in the same place. No change at all. Since then they have become taklu. No change. So Jesus, what he did, he took a handful of sesame seeds, til, sesame seeds, and he divided into 3 or 4 portions. One portion he dropped on the fertile paddy field. Second portion he dropped it on the road. Third he dropped it on the rock. Whatever portion he dropped it on the fertile ground, it grew very fast. The thing which grew on the road, it was stamped by people, all the passengers, vehicle, it became useless. The thing which he dropped on the rock never sprouted. It was always remaining as a seed. So what do you understand from this? Yes. If our heart is fertile, the message will immediately enter down your ears, go into the heart, it will sprout and chuck. You will become a great angelical person. If the heart is rock, nothing will happen. Right? So, I have to change. And the shloka explains, there are 3 levels of dirt covering us, maya covering us, lust and anger covering us, in 3 levels. One is like smoke around the fire. You simply blow it, fire will come out. Right? It is the lightest degree having smoke around the fire. And the second is dust on the mirror. If you blow, it won't go. You have to take little energy and wipe it out. That is second level. And the third level is baby inside mother's womb, mother's belly. If you blow, can you see the baby? If you wipe, can you see the baby? You have to simply wait for months and months together, then the baby will come out. So there are 3 levels of dirt covering us. One is very light. Some people are already very sattvic. They won't get anger. They will not react to situation. Whether it is positive or negative, they will be always smiling and facing. It is like just smoke covering the fire. They will come to Krishna consciousness, next day they will progress. For some people it is like dust on the mirror, Over a period, 1 or 2 years, they will get clear. The third one, it's like baby inside the womb. 25 years minimum it will take for some. So we are which category? Smoke around the fire, or dust on the mirror, or baby inside the womb? Last category. So we happily say we are last category. But if somebody else comes and points out you are in the last category, oh, you are great, I know. Immediately we will react. What a personality we are. So that means even egoistic things, we will not allow others to point us. Very complicated. And what is this dirt? Krishna is explaining Kama, Krodha, Moha, Loha. How many of you get angry, very short tempered? Before even I finish the question, they already. Anger. There's so much of dirt. Today, there are like Puranas listed out, like Krishna is saying in Bhagavatam and scriptures, major things are 6. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya. Lust, anger, ego, lust, greed, illusion. Then lust, anger, greed, illusion, envy, one more. Madness. There are 6. These are like broad classification. For example, illusion. Don't think that Kama is very serious, severe one and Krodha is little lesser one, and don't think Krodha is the worst one and the illusion. Everything has got equal position. And Acharyas have listed out some 10-20 of them. Like emotions. Have you seen people answering, "Arey, how are you?" Who bothers about me? Who cares whether I am alive or dead? Have you seen people answering like this? Have you taken your lunch? Who worries whether I have taken or not? Have you seen people answering? In Kerala, have you seen people answering like this? Right? You should say, yes, I have taken my lunch, or no, I have not taken. But they won't say that. Something kahani, pura, some strange story they will bring. And there are another side of the coin. Some people, if I don't eat, what? You will feed me or what? Very complicated people. Either they should say yes or no. But they will not answer. Do we have anyone like this in this crowd? No one, huh? All Vaikuntavasis. Right? This is emotion. It is all like Maya, covering the Atma in different level. Illusion, and putting us completely in illusion. It will not make us understand what my problem is, what my life is, how should I go ahead, what is my obstacle. One guy was sitting on some 30th floor in Aram se enjoying a gentle breeze, sitting on the nice atmosphere, nice serenic surroundings. He was sitting on a chair and enjoying. And suddenly somebody screamed from the ground floor, "Arey Govind, your son met with an accident and he is so serious, is taken to hospital." Somebody screamed. This man panicked. He felt, oh my God. And without thinking twice, he jumped from the curtain. When he was coming down, and suddenly he realized, I don't have a son. And still he is coming down. Then he realized, I didn't marry it. I'm still a bachelor, I'm not married. Then he almost hit the floor. He thought, I am not Govind. Completely in illusion. Purana says people, that is why in the first canto of Bhagavatam it is clearly said, to understand what is right and wrong in this world is very difficult. And to stick on to the righteousness is even more difficult. We are all, that dolls which they put key and almost like that only. Walk like that, shopping mall, turn like that. Money, spend like that. If there is no money, worry for it. Actually, if you stop and put a full stop and start thinking, it gives a different answer. Mahabharata says it's very complicated. And 3 personalities were given as examples for emotional understanding. One is Karna, second is Dhruva, and third is Prahlad. Who are they? Karna, Dhruva. Our brain, our intelligence and our consciousness works in only 2 levels. One is emotional thinking, another is spiritual thinking. Fully emotional. Some people, like mostly majority Matajis, they'll get inside some problem. And you ask them what has happened. And they will start explaining. When they begin to explain, everything is okay only. Then they will go on explaining. And they fabricate a story. And they get inside that story. And they start acting. Then they cry. BP shoots up. By the end of the story, they're flat. Mind can create everything. It's an amazing thing. And they pull everyone inside that story. This intelligence, and that intelligence which works in spiritual line, it requires a terrific amount of mercy from those people who are already practicing that. Who can put exactly down this is right and this is wrong. Like Karna. Karna knew very well that he is son of Kunti. He is the eldest of Pandavas. Kunti went and told him, Karna, you are my son. You are supposed to be with Pandavas. You are staying with Duryodhana. You have taken a wrong decision. What happened? All the 105 of them, 5 Pandavas and 100 Kauravas, they finished their Gurukul. And Dronacharya brought them back to Hastinapur. Then to the whole assembly of Kurus, Dronacharya said, Pandavas had completed their Gurukula, all that archery, bow, everything. And Kauravas also completed. And today these 105 wonderful students, they will display their talents. And first Yudhishthira was called. And Yudhishthira is expert in spear. He is very good in spear. And second Bhimsena, he is very good in mace, gata. Then Arjuna is very good in archery. With one arrow he can bring rains from the sky. It's very powerful. Then almost Duryodhana, Dushasan, Nakula, they all exhibited their talents. And the whole assembly unanimously said, he is the best. Who is the best? Who is the best? Arjuna is the best. What and all feats he can perform. It's like magic, amazing talent. And the whole assembly is about to declare that Arjuna is the best. One dark personality. His shoulders were like mountain, very deep eyes. He walked inside the arena and said, "Oh great Sir Dronacharya, please hold on. See my talents. Then you can decide who is the best." And that person did everything what Arjuna did. Whatever Arjuna exhibited with the open eyes, he did it with blindfolded eyes. And everyone said, "Wow, who is this man? We have never seen him. We have never heard about him. Who is his guru? Whose son is he?" And they were all asking Dronacharya, "My dear boy, who is your teacher? Who is your father? And who is he?" Karna. He said, "I am Karna, son of a charioteer." Immediately Dronacharya said, "My dear boy, I am very sorry. This assembly is only meant for Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. You are a charioteer, son. You don't have any place here." When Dronacharya said that, Karna was very deeply wounded. Each single word pierced his heart. And Duryodhana is thinking, how will I take this person to my side? He's very good. He's better than Arjuna. If I get him on my side, I can win. He's thinking very chow, And immediately he said, and Karna was feeling so bad. Just because I have not taken birth in a Brahmana and Kshatriya family, all my talents is useless. That's what Dronacharya is saying. And all great personalities are assembled here. And when Karna was walking back, Duryodhana got up and said, "O great sirs of this assembly, I will donate a part of my kingdom, Anga, to Karna. From this moment, Karna becomes the king of Angadesha. Right from this moment, he is a Kshatriya, he can take part." Then Karna felt, this man had protected my image. He is protected me. I will give my life to him. Was that a spiritual decision or an emotional decision? Emotional. Then Kunti came and spoke. Krishna came twice to Karna and said, "Karna, you are supposed to be with Pandavas. Why don't you leave? Duryodhana is not your true friend. He is a very selfish person. He knows you are powerful than Arjuna. That's why he is keeping you with him. He is a selfish man. Who is a real friend?" Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, there are two kinds of friends. One is like a mirror, another is like a shadow. We all have these two kinds of friends. One is like a mirror, another is like a shadow. The shadow type of friend is like, whatever stupid thing you do, "Prabhuji, you are very great. You sing amazing. Your classes are super. That pulav you make, it's best, Keep on praising you for every stupid thing." They are like shadow. We have another type of friend who is like a mirror. How much ever you put all your effort and do it perfectly, that thing is not correct. You should have spoken like this. You should have behaved like this. Always finding fault. Do we have these two kinds of friends? Mirror and shadow. Who is really helping us? Mirror or shadow? Mirror or shadow? But we like mirror or shadow? We like shadow. All those friends who pump our ego. We like them only. Right? But the guy who is really helping is the guy like mirror. Always finding fault. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, even though it's painful, keep him with you. He is the real protector. The other person, he will pump you and boost your ego and take you up to the tower and push you from there. That's all. So, even Krishna went and told Karna, he is not your real friend. He is a selfish person. He is keeping you for his selfish things. But Karna never listened. Because Karna did not listen to Krishna. Even though he had all wonderful qualities, he lost everything. So was he emotional or spiritual? Emotional. This emotional thing will not help us to take the right decision. The result of this emotion is short temper. Have you seen people getting angry for everything? Some whole family is like that. Like pressure cooker, you touch them, they'll burst. Husband is 10 liter cooker, wife 8 liter, children 3 liter, pura cooker only. Right? Short temper. So, the amount of tapasya you do in Krishna, called your japa, everything, and the punya you accumulate will easily get drained out by these kind of things. So Karna was emotional or spiritual? Emotional. And the second one, second example, Dhruva. He was like 5-year-old or 10-year-old boy. Small boy. He wanted to go and sit on his father's lap, Father Uttanapada Maharaja. He had 2 wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Niti, one who always goes by dharma. Ruchi, one who always goes by taste. Whatever she likes or dislikes. She will take decisions as per that. One is always living by principle. And the second is always living by wish and whims, desires and tastes. Suniti and Suruchi. We are Suniti or Suruchi? Who are we? Suniti or Suruchi?
So far, Suruchi.
Yeah, it's a very deep thing. So, when Dhruva wanted to sit on his father's lap, already his younger brother was sitting there. And the second wife of Uttanapada Maharaja said, my dear Dhruva, don't desire which you don't deserve. You don't deserve that place. If at all you want to sit on that lap, you should take birth in my womb. What a heavy statement she told to a small boy. He was deeply affected, so furious, angry, and helplessly looking at his father, and father just kept quiet. He did not protect his son. Kshatriya boy, very deeply, he got angry, he started crying, weeping, all kinds of mixed emotion. And this happened in front of the whole assembly. Servants and servant maids were watching. Many times we are not worried that we fell. We are worried that people saw us while we were falling. Very complicated here. We are not worried about our falldom. That is okay. But if somebody watches, so that is why Bhagavatam says, Kali Yuga people, they are all working so hard not to become right. They are all working so hard to cover their wrong mistakes. That's all. I don't want to repair myself. But I'm just worried that others should not find my mistakes. That is all I'm worried. What a complicated personality it is. Right? And Dhruva felt so bad that all servants and servant, they all watched this. And was furious, fuming like a snake. And he went back to his mother and started crying. And mother did not know how to console this boy. He was like getting angry, wild. And mother said, Narayan will help you. He's the only person who can solve this. That's it. The boy jumped up and said, where can I meet him? Go to jungle. So he went to jungle straight, small boy. And Narada came in between. My dear lad, don't go to jungle. There will be wild, ferocious animals. There will be rain, there will be scorching sun, this, that. The boy said, can I meet Narayana? If you know the way, you show me. Very focused. That's why men are called Purusha. Purusha means he should be simply focused on the goal. But Bhagavatam says in Kali Yuga, people are not like that. Always confused. So Dhruva wanted to go to jungle. Was that decision emotional or spiritual? Emotional or spiritual? Emotional. He went to jungle and he started performing tapasya. First he stopped eating food. All the tapasya starts from controlling food. I don't know, in ISKCON we do like once in a year Nirjala Ekadashi. One day in a year we don't even drink water. That day pura masala dosa, idli, everything will become. Whole day we will be thinking of food only. Right? That one day. And it is so simple if we master this art of controlling food. Sleep will be under control. Anger and emotion, everything will be under control. All kinds of desires will be under control. Everything will be under control. If we know to control what? What? Starts there. That is why nature has kept an alarm clock inside our belly. If you eat enough food, the first signal will come out. That means your tummy is saying, Prabhuji, enough. Don't eat. You have taken enough. After this first signal, 2 rotis will go inside. Then alarm will come. That means the tummy saying, no, Baba, don't put anything, I'm done. After this, desserts, juice, all sorts of things will go inside. Right? Everything starts with food. If a man can control his food, he can control all his emotions. And the toughest thing is to control food. Right? That after coming to Krishna consciousness, it has become even worse. International Society for Kitchen Consciousness. The only organization in this world for a simple festival who cook 300, 500 items is ISKCON. Right? I went for a festival in Mayapur in April. 1,000 items they have cooked. It's like, I think this whole hall will be filled with pots, 1,000 items. I don't think anybody in this world can cook and eat like that. Right? So, all starts with controlling. And Bhagavatam says, it's a complicated formula. It says, feed your guests. When devotees come to your house, when Vaishnavas come to your place, when people, you feed them so much and you control your intake. But we practice it the opposite way. You know? So all starts there. So, Dhruva went to jungle. First he stopped taking grains, food, everything. And second stage, he stopped taking fruits and also vegetables. And third stage, he stopped drinking water. And fourth, he stopped breathing also. When Dhruva controlled, Dhruva means fixed. The word Dhruva means fixed. Jatasya hi dhruvo mritir dhruvam janma mritir. Dhruva means fixed. A man means he should be fixed in his words, in his thoughts, in his action. He should be fixed. Stree means expansion, vistaran. She keeps expanding, she keeps flowing. She will take one decision in the morning, afternoon different decision, the evening third goes on different. Like Purusha means he should be fixed, but in Kali Yuga everything is ulta, all changed. And he went to jungle. This small boy, so fixed he was. He was controlling his emotions, anger, taste bud. He was controlling everything. And he was realizing Paramatma in his heart. Narayana standing on a beautiful lotus flowers, beautiful eyes. And he was enjoying that form. He was literally seeing God in his heart. And suddenly, Chak, that form disappeared. He screamed, "Oh Lord, you disappeared." And he opened his eyes. And he saw the same form standing in front of him. So beautiful. Beautiful lotus petaled eyes, curly hairs up to the shoulder, and all the garlands up to the knees, slender long arms, forearms. He saw literally his eyes were wet with tears. Have you seen children's eyes, baby's eyes, 1 year old, 2 year? It will be always moisture, As they grow, Allah becomes dry. Kids' eyes, Bhagavatam says, Lord's eyes will be like that. Always watery, with so moisture. And Dhruva saw this beautiful form. And Narayana took a conch shell and blessed Dhruva with the conch shell. Dhruva had romancha, his hair stood on the end, he was crying, his body was trembling, his voice got choked. And he was said, "Oh my Lord, you are so beautiful, your mercy is amazing. I forgot all these things. It is like I forgot a mighty ocean and counting pebbles on the shore. I don't want anything. Not the kingdom. I don't want to get my father's post. I don't want kingdom. I don't want anything. I simply wanted to remember your lotus feet again and again and again. I don't want anything in this world." Was this statement emotional or spiritual? Spiritual. Then he became king. He was ruling. And one day he got the news that his younger brother was killed by Gandharvas. Immediately Dhruva, brought his army together and said, "I will wipe out Gandharvas from the face of the earth. I will kill each and every single Gandharva. One Gandharva has killed my brother, I will take revenge, I will kill all the Gandharvas. Was that emotional or spiritual? Then Brahma said, Dhruva, what is this? You are such a spiritual person, how can you think like this? Then immediately he realized his mistake and he corrected. So first example was Karna. Karna was always emotional. You see in Dhruva's case, spiritual, emotional, spiritual, emotional, and third example, he was thrown from the cliff. He was put inside fire. Prabhupada used to speak about Socrates. Amazing personality, Socrates. He used to sit with his friends and discuss about philosophy. Hours and hours he used to discuss about philosophy. He never bothers about anything in this world. When people come to him and speak something negative, Socrates will immediately ask him, is this going to help you? Is this going to help me? Or is this going to help the whole world? And if they say no, I don't want to listen. Such a strong philosophical person. He used to discuss about mind, intelligence, ego and all these things. And he had many friends. Every day he will sit in his courtyard and discuss. The moment he starts speaking about philosophy, his wife will start grumbling. Arey, one fool I have gotten. I don't know why my father got me married to this person. And every day he gets another 4 fools also sitting and discussing. She will start grumbling. Every day, there's a daily program. And one day when Socrates was sitting and discussing with his friends, she came with a huge bucket of water and dropped on his head. He was sitting with his friends. Imagine you are there and talking with your friends and your wife comes and drops a bucket of water on your head. Socrates became so silent. He said, till yesterday it was thundering, today it rained. What an amazing answer. The amount of self-control he had. Imagine we are there in that situation. What Prabhu, what you will do? Prabhu, my wife comes and drops a bucket of water. What you will do? You will go 2 buckets. We will all react. Right? Socrates was such a self-controlled person. This is sattvic guna. This is spirituality. Nothing, not a trace can affect us. And it is all a slight, small correction. No prasadam today. It is all a small, tiny correction there. There was one great devotee who was also Shankaracharya's disciple. A wonderful devotee. He wrote a great book about Krishna. And the book is incomplete. The book is incomplete. It's all Sanskrit shlokas glorifying Krishna. The book is incomplete. He never completed that book. He was studying under a guru. And every day Guru used to scold him. In front of all other students, the Guru used to scold him, punish him, insult him in front of others. And this boy was feeling so bad. So he was trying to avoid his Guru. Then later on, Guru used to find him and insult him. So one day Guru was sleeping. This boy decided, I should kill my Guru. He took a big rock, climbed on the roof, and removed all the tiles and standing with the rock above Guru's head. He wanted to drop the rock. And Guru was there in the house and his wife was asking, why are you scolding that boy every day? What mistake he has done? Such a wonderful boy. You keep on scolding him all the time. Then the Guru said, he is my favorite student. Is there any rock which turns into a statue without getting chiseled by a sculpture. Is there any rock which turns into a beautiful figure without getting hammered by a sculpture? The more the sculpture hammers the rock turns into a beautiful form. Right? The more a person is willing to go and face the challenges of nature without reacting, he will turn into a wonderful spiritual personality. And the Guru is telling this boy is standing with a rock. He was about to drop it on his Guru's head. With tears in his eyes, he climbed down. And the Guru didn't realize what has happened. And he is continuing the scolding. But now, the disciple is enjoying the scolding. See? Just one day ahead, he was feeling so bad. But the second day, Guru is enjoying the scolding. What has happened? Where is the change? A small correction in his consciousness. And now, if Guru doesn't scold, the boy is to feel bad. Why my Guru is not scolding? Why my Guru is not scolding? So after many years, he went and asked his Guru. There was a disciple, and he had the wrong intention of killing his Guru. What punishment he should go through? He did not say, that is, he himself. And the Guru said, he should take a pit, get inside the pit, cover himself with husk, the paddy husk up to the neck, and light it up. Because Archaye Vishnu Shiladir Gurushu Naramatir Vaishnavera Jati Buddhi Yasyava Narakisrama. If you think Krishna's form is just a stone or statue or idol, Pantar, some people say metal, Archaye Vishnu Shila, if you think Krishna is just a stone, Gurushu Naramatir, if you think Guru is an ordinary human being, Vaishnavera Jati Buddhi, oh, this Vaishnava is handsome, this Vaishnava is dark, he is very intelligent, he is not intelligent, he is rich, he is poor. If you think all these things, Yasyava Naraki Saha, he will directly go to hell. So he should get inside the pit, cover himself with the husk of paddy and light it up. And he did that. And when the paddy was, almost killing him, he started writing the book. That is why the book is incomplete. Why it is incomplete? He died before finishing it. And he glorified Krishna so much in that book. So great, one of the famous disciples, and history always remembers him. Right? Yeah, but different people. In South they say Sukumara Kavi, North they have a different name. I don't know whether Kanaiyyadesh will try to complete. This story is there, Shankaracharya's disciple. All parts of India have different versions. So, a man that's like Prahlad, so staunch, so fixed, completely spiritual, they will never be taken away by ego, anger, calm, krodh, moh, lobh, nothing could take. So there are three examples, Dhruva, Karna and Prahlad. Karna was always emotional. Dhruva is a combination of emotional and spiritual. And Prahlad is purely spiritual. Finally, Hiranyakashipu came with a spot of poison and gave it to his son. Without reacting a bit, Prahlad drank that poison. He was never panicked, he was never disturbed, he was completely under control. So there are three categories. In which category do we stand? Like Karna or Dhruva or Prahlad? How many of you say that you are Prahlad? Nothing will disturb me. Even if I lost my job, I'll say thank you so much and go back. Right? Anybody like Karna? Prahlad. Anybody like Dhruva? Sometimes spiritual, sometimes emotional. No one. Yeah. Anyone like Karna? Always emotional. Yeah. So these are like different levels of spirituality. So here in the shloka, Krishna is saying different levels of dirt covering Atma. One is like fire covering the smoke, smoke covering the fire. Second is the dust on the mirror, and third is the baby inside the womb. So, when a person does sincere sadhana, very deep, initially when you come to Krishna consciousness, we say you just chant Hare Krishna 108 times, and you can see devotees chanting, while driving, while folding clothes, while cooking, while talking also they will be chanting. It's all okay. It is not going to give you a deep effect. It is all surface, superficial. Many of us somehow, 16 rounds over, see you tomorrow, drop the ball on that. Very superficial chanting. Japa means it is mantra dhyana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram. It is called as mantra also. It is called as nama also. Is it a holy name or is it Mahamantra? Is it Mahamantra or holy name? It is Mahamantra also, it is holy name. When you chant as mantra, it gives liberation, moksha. When you chant as nama, it gives moksha and prema. Same thing. How do you chant as mantra and how do you chant as nama? With bhava, if you chant, becomes nama. If you follow the rules, it becomes mantra. And we don't follow the rules also, and no bhava also. So we are in a completely different category. Right? It is the same thing but gives different results. If you approach Hare Krishna as nama, it gives prema. If you approach Hare Krishna as mantra, it gives up to moksha. This is the greatest thing. And Rupa Goswami writes, the moment a devotee lifts mala in his beads in his hand and starts chanting Krishna's name, Krishna keeps away all his job and starts meditating on that devotee. The moment you take the bead, Krishna is remembering us. Actually, it should be the other way. We should remember the Lord. But while 108 times or 10 minutes, I don't know how many times we remember. Many times we don't even think of it. Krishna. But the moment a devotee takes his beads and starts chanting, Krishna starts meditating. How glorious it is. Right? And Krishna is telling Lakshmi, he is the most intelligent person. Lakshmi is asking Krishna why he is the most intelligent person. The most intelligent person is the person, he takes 100% result with zero investment. Somebody does a business, invests 100 rupees, gets 125 rupees. Business. Invest 50 rupees and get 100 rupees return. Smart man. Invest 0 rupees and gets 100 rupees. He is the best businessman. Lakshmi is asking how? Because he is using the material body which is anyway going to hell. It will decompose, it will go back to Panchaputa, it's waste, it's useless. Using that useless thing and getting entry into Goloka is the smartest one. Krishna is glorified. So the moment a devotee takes the beads, start chanting, Krishna starts meditating on that person. So, chanting of the holy name should be done with the utmost sincerity, with full attention. Then the name can penetrate deep down inside the heart and clear and purify. Then you will see he will come out of emotion, anger, illusion. He will come out of all these things. Otherwise it will take a long time. So sadhana has to be done in a very serious way. Okay, thank you very much. Any question, any comments? So hope everybody is chanting here. Anybody who has not started chanting?
Bring down the mind for chanting.
Yeah. Many difficulties we face in Kali Yuga. Question.
How to control the mind without distracting and concentrate on chanting?
Yeah. We have a lot of challenges. One main obstacle in Kali Yuga is restlessness. Mind is very upadritaha. Prayena alpayusha sabya kalavasmin yuge janaha manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyihi upadrita. 99% of people in Kali Yuga are disturbed. Why they are disturbed? Don't know. Simply disturbed. Previous day and night, there is no problem. They were talking nicely, shaking hands, sitting together and eating and things like that, and they went to sleep. Next day morning they woke up. They meet each other. Mind says, let him smile, then you smile. You don't smile first. Let him come and speak to you first, then you respond. You don't go and talk to him first. Why? Don't know. How many of you have experienced this in life? No one. Yeah. Previous day night, no problem. Everything was sweet and smooth. You sleep, mind plays crazy. Let him smile. And if he doesn't smile, don't turn his side on him. Finished. For what? Upadrita. Simply disturbed Kali Yuga. For every small thing they are disturbed. Very disturbed. So, prayena alpayusha sabya kalavasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyehi upad. And you can check yourself, and meter is chanting the holy name. You sit down and chant 4 rounds in one place. After finishing one mala, mind will say, let us stand and chant. Then half a mala you will stand up, mind will say, walk and chant. Then you walk, mind will say, lie down and chant. And when you lie down, mind will say, leave the mala and chant. How? Restlessness. I don't know, anybody from Chennai? How many of you been to Chennai? All the suburban trains, have you seen that? What trains you call it? That local trains in all the capitals, Mumbai, everywhere. From Monday to Friday, Saturday, you can see it's so beautiful to see. There are more people hanging outside the train than inside the train. And they will be holding on to the thing like with a small. And the train will be so much of electric post. It's so beautiful to see. They'll all go inside and they'll come out like that. It's very difficult to get a place, You can't even enter the train. You can't sit there, and somehow people will squeeze in and sit a little bit like that. He'll be like S, Y, R, different odd shapes. And nowadays they have this tight jeans pant. I don't know whether blood circulates or not. So tight. And one man is sitting somehow like that. And suddenly his mobile phone rang. And he's trying to pull the phone out. He's not able to take the phone out. So he stood up and took the phone and sat down. By the time somebody else sat down in that place. And they were fighting. For a small place they were fighting. This is the story from Monday to Saturday. And Sunday you get inside the train, nobody there. And this fellow is sitting aram in one place, and after an hour he sat on the other side, and 15 minutes in the other chair, and finally he went to the same doorstep and standing in each other. See, mind plays crazy. If mind is given option, they will become disturbed. That is why Kali Yuga everybody gets Shudra trained. No option in your life. If options are supplied, mind gets disturbed. If you don't give option, it's a Shudra training, because in Kali Yuga most of the people are Shudra because they can't take right decision for themselves. They can't make right decision, can't decide what is right and wrong. If you give them 3 options, people are disturbed. So the main problem in Kali Yuga is restlessness. The moment you take Japamala, become very restless. Mind will say, get up, walk, go there, make this phone call, answer him, by the time do this, all insignificant, unnecessary things will get importance while chanting. And chanting will take back step. Right? First, that restlessness should be over. Then, we will be able to focus on chanting. It's the first thing.